Hi guys, it's Mandy from Mandyleeplays, and in this video, I'm going to share with you some good gaming gifts for the holidays to treat yourself, because it's always awesome to treat yourself, or to give to somebody else. So with all that being said, let's get into the video. So I'm going to assume that you guys all own a Switch, but just in case you don't, there are 3 different Switches on the market as of now. The first one being the Switch Lite, and the next one is the regular Switch. And the last Switch model, I unfortunately don't own it as of now, but that is the Switch OLED. Now the main difference between the regular Switch and the Switch OLED is the Switch OLED has an OLED screen instead of the regular screen. So those are the 3 Switches. Keep in mind the type of person you're going to buy this gift for. Do they play a lot handheld? Do they not? Are they casual? Are they hardcore? Always keep that in mind. Now the next thing on the list are games. Now do keep in mind that I have a lot of list type videos from top 5s, top 10s. So feel free to look at those. I will leave a description to playlist down below. For this list, I'm going to recommend the heavy hitters, and then another part of the list is for the underrated games, or the games that I like to say are the ones you put on your wish list that you want, but you don't want to buy it, but you will gladly accept it as a gift kind of vibe. We all have those lists, I know you do. So for the heavy hitters, the first one on the list is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It's an amazing game, and it's nominated for Game of the Year. Perfect game to give to somebody who wants to play a nice beefy game. Next one is Persona 5 Royal. Now this is out for all the consoles at this point, so it's very easily accessible, and it's just a good overall game that a lot of people enjoy. Very beginner friendly. That's what got me into the whole Persona SMT series. Next one is Dragon Quest XI. Now Dragon Quest XI is really good, especially for any new beginners, because the gameplay is just so classic and memorable, and a lot of people know Dragon Quest. It's a very old franchise, and I just love Dragon Quest XI, and it's actually my first Dragon Quest game that got me into the series, so highly recommend it. And the next one, we have Pokémon Arceus. Y'all thought I was going to say Scarlet and Violet, but no, I'm not putting this on this list. I picked Arceus because it's a breath of fresh air, it's a new concept for Pokemon, and honestly it runs way better than Scarlet and Violet. It has its hiccups, but it's an overall great game that I found myself getting immersed in for hours, and I just loved it to bits, so I highly recommend Pokemon Arceus. And the next one is Zelda Skyward Sword. Y'all thought I was going to say Breath of the Wild, but nope, not on this list. Though I still recommend Breath of the Wild. It's just everyone says it, so I assume everyone has it at this point. But I chose Skyward Sword because it's one of my favorite Zelda games, and even though it has motion controls, with the new Switch port, you could actually play with regular controls. It's a fun game, and it tells the story of how it all started. So I highly recommend you pick it up or give it to somebody. Now to the list of games that you might want, but you don't want to buy it yourself. So you put it on a wish list or something for somebody to buy it for you. And Christmas is a perfect season for you to gift that game to somebody else, especially if you like it. First we have Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Encore. Now this is a crossover between SMT, Fire Emblem, and its own kind of pop idol scene. It's a very good game, and I just love the gameplay, love the style and all the pop. So this would be an awesome gift to give to somebody because it's very experimental. Like I said, a lot of people won't buy it on their own, so. Next one we have Harvestella. I put this on the list because I've seen a lot of people say there's way too much games coming out. So the holidays is a perfect time to give someone Harvestella. I did a video on it, so if you want to watch that, give it a watch. But needless to say, it's a nice farming sim, and I love it so much. Next, we have one of my favorite series of all time, and that is the Atelier series. You can't go wrong with these games. There's a bunch of them out there. You could buy them all on the Nintendo Switch. They're all on the eShop. We have Rise of 3 coming out. And Sophie 2 is a banger. It's a great RPG with lots of gathering, so you can synthesize different stuff to use in your adventures. It's a nice slice of life game, and I highly recommend. Now on to gaming accessories. Now, one thing that is very important is a case for your games. I don't want to see your games loosely all over the place. So the case that I use is a 80-in-1 case. This thing is super bulky, and I love it. It holds most of my games. I'm a physical collector, so I have a lot of cartridges. It's very hard, so all my games are nice and snug. Highly recommend this. I love it so much. There are a ton of them on Amazon. It's a lot. Now, I do love FunLab. They make very good cases. I have a Splatoon case from them, and this one is really cool. It has Splatoon for those Splatoon fans. And here's what it looks like inside. Now, I like to use this when I'm going out and I want to select a few games to take with me. I'll put them in here. And FunLab makes great cases. This is not sponsored by any means. Nothing I say in this video is sponsored by anybody, by the way. So yeah, there's that. So like the game case, you're going to want a case for your Switch when you take it outside because you don't want that to break. So for everyday use, I like to use this Snorlax Switch case from FunLabs. I like FunLabs in case you didn't notice. Now this one is super cute because it has Snorlax. Snorlax is my favorite Pokemon. And it has a few slots to put in games to take with you and a little space for your Switch. Now I also do have a hard case. This is actually the first cases that came with the Switch. I got it at launch. So if you want to give a case as a gift, make sure to take into account their favorite games so you can get them that game themed case. Like there's Animal Crossing, there's Legend of Zelda, Mario, Splatoon, Pokemon. So yeah, you can never go wrong with a good case. And for those long periods of RPG playing, a grip does come in handy, especially if you play in portable mode, because it doesn't really feel nice just naked like that. One grip that I highly recommend is Satisfy grips. I don't have one personally, but I've heard they're really good. Now onto the controllers. Controllers are very important. Duh, you can't really play without the controllers. So controllers are a perfect gift for somebody. Now controllers come in different varieties, styles, third party, first party. But the #1 controller I really recommend is the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. That controller is the best controller in my opinion. It's a bit on the pricey side, not gonna lie, but if you want to get a great gift for someone who's using Joy-Cons or the Joy-Cons are having drift problems, the Pro controller is the perfect thing. But let's just say they already have a Pro controller, but they want more, you can always go the third-party options. Now, third-party controllers are very aesthetically pleasing. They come in different designs and different shapes and sizes. One of my favorite third-party controller is, again, from FunLab, and that is this little controller that looks like Snorlax. It is so cute. It's a bit on the expensive side since it's wireless, but it's so worth it. It's adorable. It's tiny than a regular controller, so anybody with small hands or kids, this is a very good controller. Now on to the miscellaneous, trinkets, figurines, other odds and ends like that. Now a gift you could give somebody who loves Pokemon is a Pokémon Terrarium. Now mine has Snorlax inside with a field of grass. It is very cute and I got it off Etsy. It makes a great decoration piece and a great gift for somebody. But make sure you know what their favorite Pokemon is first. And next are one of my favorites, and that is Nendoroids. Nendoroids are little chibi figurines of characters. Now I have Riza over here. I haven't built her yet. She is very cute. And I also have a Link Breath of the Wild Nendoroid riding on a horse. He's super cute. So yeah, these are perfect gifts if you know the person's favorite gaming series, but you don't want to spend a lot of money on like a regular figurine. Nendoroids are always a cute way to go and I love them. Now another great gift is gaming mangas. Now I especially recommend the Zelda ones. They're really good. They're not canon, but I feel like they were written to be canon kind of vibe. But Link does talk in these, so that's pretty cool. You get his perspective on some of the stuff that goes on in the games. But like I said, it's not canon, but it's really good. I have The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and A Link to the Past. Now they sell these individually or they have them in a box set, which is very cute if you want to just get the whole box set for somebody. And then we have the gaming books, art books, guides, anything like that. Yeah, these are Zelda ones. If you haven't noticed, I really love Zelda. But yeah, these are good because they have lore of the series, things to catch up on, concept art, director's comments, and all that good stuff in a book. It's perfect for someone who's a big fan of a certain series And I have Zelda, but there's different ones. Like I have the Final Fantasy Ultimaniums, which is for Final Fantasy. And you can never go wrong with art books. So yeah, RPG guides, art books, role building books, encyclopedias and whatnot. Perfect gift for someone who really loves a series. And last we have the RPG Bible. It is called A Guide to Japanese Role-Playing Games. Now inside are various JRPGs, their history, and the impact they had on the genre. Even Final Fantasy Type 0, the game that no one wants to acknowledge but I loved. It's a very good book for anyone who is a fan of JRPGs. It just has so much content about it and I just love it. So that is it for my RPG gaming holiday guide. If you guys liked the video, please hit that like button. And if you love my content and would love to see more, please subscribe. You won't be disappointed. Tell me in the comments down below any other gaming gifts that I missed that you would want to recommend. My socials are down in the description below. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day, and as always, play a good game. Peace, peace.